Hello everybody, I'm CarlRyds and welcome to episode 15 of CarlRyds Plays SimCity. This is the very final episode of the series and we're going to be ending the series by getting all of our cities, our London and Birmingham cities, all up and running in a way that we can leave them and they should be okay. So what I'm just doing here is getting rid of all the abandoned buildings and all the rubble that's accumulated in the London city from various disasters and fires and all that good stuff. So we're just getting rid of those because we need to replace these with new buildings and new people. So those businesses and those houses can pay us some lovely taxes. But we can't do that if these buildings are here taking up all of the area. Because they're not paying us anything at the moment, so we need to get rid of these, and then we can start getting some taxes in. There's a lot of buildings here that are abandoned or have had no power or been caught up in building fires. This one had too many deaths. So yeah, I think that's it though. That should be all of them. And as you can see, we've got a few issues with fire and health and things like that here. But I'm going to let London rebuild for a moment, and we're going to head over to Birmingham and load that up because there's a few things I want to do over here in this episode. So the first thing I want to do is look at our university from the last episode and see how many students we've had. And then I want to look at building a little airport in the Birmingham city that can be used for getting passengers into the Birmingham city and then taking them by train to the London city if they want to go there as well. So that's the first goals for this episode. So let's see how many students we've had. So we've had nearly 300. It's going up all the time at the moment because it is quite early in the day. So hopefully we'll get to a point where we can start doing some research projects at that university as well. That'd be really cool if we could do that. As for our airport, I've got to kind of work out where to put it. Over here. And that might be a good place to put it. So let's get up our planes and airport, and we can bob that. Hopefully it'll go up here fine. Yep. Closed now hiring. Obviously the people around the airport are very happy that we built an airport, but you know progress needs to be made. What if we put some nature in? They'll like that. So if we put some of this nature around the airport, that should bring those people, make them a little bit happier, hopefully. So if we put... Can I put anything over here? No, it's going to be on top of the road. So what about if I put a pond in? They love ponds. Right at the end of there. There you go, that's kind of counteracted a lot of the problems people have with the airport. Let's go into it and see if we can build anything. So we've got some cargo terminals, we've got passenger terminals, and runways. We've already got one runway there. A big sign telling people that there's an airport here if you're blind and can't actually see the airport. Put that on top of there. So this is a tourist waiting to depart. So I presume that's a passenger terminal. So we can build a cargo terminal. And a passenger terminal there. And I don't think we need any more runways. I think one will be fine. And make sure we've got enough money coming into the area as well. See if we can fit. So we've got we've got a train station right near the airport as well, so that's really cool. What I'm going to put in is some bus stops in this area as well, just to make it a little bit easier for people to get to the airport if they need to. And we'll put in some park and rides. I know the airport has its own parking as well, but park and rides never hurt. In those areas, we've got trains already here, which is really good. We don't have any water, so boats we don't really need. What I am going to do is upgrade this road here to a higher density street, so we've got enough capacity in terms of vehicle capacity for taking all of our people to the airport. I'm just going to upgrade some of the roads around it as well. I think most of them are high density, but a few of them aren't, so we're just going to do that. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's see how the airport's doing. So, not had anyone use it as yet. No cargo. Tourists arrived today 40, tourists waiting 0. So some people have arrived today, which is really good, but remember it is nearly 8 PM at night. So it does mean that, you know, you're likely to get more people in the day. There's a few abandoned buildings I need to get rid of. Like here, I saw these earlier and I thought they look abandoned to me, so we'll get rid of those. Need to upgrade that street. That's one that I missed on my upgrades. So mill that. So hopefully the buildings that now go on that street will be some bigger and better buildings for that as well. Police. We have a few police cars. Might need another bay of cars just to help the police there. So we've got enough jail cells, so that's cool. Police dispatch tower. Put that on the roof. That'll help them to communicate with each other better and get all those kind of things, which is good. What else have we got here? So, detective wing's not approved. Police helipad. Get one of those as well, why not? Put it on that side. Like so. Crime prevention van. That's always a good idea. The best form of defense is prevention. We don't need any of those. We do need some cars though. So I'll bob in some more cars on there. So we've now got, we should now have a plane, which we do, helicopter on there, which is good. How much does that cost, I wonder? I wonder how much that costs. We have our tower there as well. So if we go into it, we should be able to see how much that costs. So 750 an hour to run that helipad. And the dispatch tower doesn't cost anything to run, which is good. Fire marshal we've got. Put out fires in the big high helicopter blaze. Make sure you uses a lot of water. And it's also 1,400 an hour to run this helipad. But so we've got a fire marshal's office. We haven't got approval for a hazmat yet because we haven't got a school of engineering at the university. But we do have enough fire engines. So we now have helicopters for fire and ambulance, which is good. That's City Hall. Mayor's house. We've got some planes coming in there, which is really cool. Have we got... Where is the... There's the hospital. Let's see where it was then. Wellness centre, we already have one of those. Patient waiting rooms, I don't think we need them. And we don't have helicopters for that. We need a School of Medicine to run those. So we're probably not going to get to all these things in this episode. I just want to show you like what you can do with SimCity. There you go, the helicopter's off for the police looking around. So we've had 20 arrivals, 1 tourist waiting. Let's get ourselves a giant ball of twine. Why not? Next to the airport there. The world's largest ball of twine. That'll bring them in. That'll bring in those tourists. Right, let's concentrate on building some more houses. So what I might need to do is pull in, if I can, put this up to there. Can I do that? Yep. Like so. And then bulldoze these roads. The reason is they need to be proper roads to put houses on properly. So if I take that and put in one of our high density streets right up to here, and then we can see from the grids where we need to put stuff. So these can be like so. Some residential areas. Now I'm going to put some blue in as well for some shops just there. And that like so. Put in some bus stops in these areas. Bus stops in there like so. And then if we go into education, we're going to need some bus stops for those as well. To make sure all of our Sims are able to get an education, which is always good. So I'm just going to make sure that we've got everywhere covered in terms of education bus stops, which we hadn't. I wish SimCity wouldn't like distinguish between normal bus stops and school bus stops, because it means you just got to place 2 lots of bus stops. It's really annoying. So I wish they wouldn't do that. Apparently we had a government. We can now have the mayor's mansion. Where are we going to put that? Where shall we put the mayor's mansion? Near the airport? Do I want to live near an airport? Probably not. How about down here? Next to the university. That's probably a good place to put it. I'm going to bulldoze that park and ride. Because I might want to expand the university into that area. And I need to put in some park and ride stations here, because people love going to the mayor's mansion and doing all that kind of good stuff. So nothing's been approved for us to build as yet. Remember, we built one of these in London as well, so all that good stuff. Crime. So we got blocked up pipes. Where are we taking the... here we go. So it's all going into this sewage treatment plant. It's nearly full, but luckily, unlike at London, we actually have room to expand this one, which is good. So, got a few. 6 and 7. I know we spent a lot of money on that, but in fact we spent too much money on that we don't even have anymore. But that should now mean that we don't have any more block pipes for a while, because we've gone from like 3 to like 6 on there. So we've doubled the capacity of our plant, which is really cool. We have 5 abandoned buildings to get rid of. So that is there. Too many germs. Is here again? Radioactive. Okay, so that must have been from a disaster. That we had some radioactive material in this area. That's not good. That means we can't really build anything on it, isn't it? It's not good at all. Oh, we have a big power issue. Let's see if we can add any more turbines. I think we can. Okay, so we now reached the limit of how many turbines we can have. But hopefully that'll be enough to keep us in power. Hopefully. That's the goal. So we still need some more students in here to get ourselves... So we've still got power issues. Well, they're all booting up, aren't they, at the moment? So things are getting better. Some more planes arriving over there as well. Might need to put in a coal power plant somewhere. Just because I don't think, although solar's great and everything, I don't think we're gonna have enough with that. So I'm gonna have to put in a coal power plant next to the water pumping station. Seems to be okay. We got coal in the region, so we shouldn't have an issue with that. Yeah, we have a lot of coal. So we have a coal generator as part of the build. So currently generating 35 megawatts, 2 tons a day, 20 tons available, and obviously this is the city where we're actually digging up the coal. It's 120 tons a day. We're selling some of that. We're also using some of it locally as well. 120 tourists arrived today. Culture. I really want to build a stadium. We don't have enough money. This place is making some nice dollar. Let's put up a nice sign just to help them out as well. That one's nice, I like that. Where should we put it? Kinda want to put it like... on a corner, like there. That'd look cool. So you can see it from afar. You're like, yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Gambling houses. Upgrade available. Upgrade. Woo! What should we put in? I think our nice city flag is a good start. Just to show our appreciation for the city. So that's cool. So all in all, Birmingham's doing pretty well. I like it. That looks abandoned. Yep. But, you know, all this area is radioactive. That's not good. I don't think there's a way of getting rid of that. But yeah, I think Birmingham all in all is doing really quite well. So I'm really happy about that. Let's go back to, we've got 150,000 in Birmingham at the moment in monies. And we've also got 500 and nearly 600,000 in London in monies as well. So our cities are doing really, really well in terms of money. Although London seems to have a few issues. 27 desperate. That's not good. Clinic. Do I have anywhere? We have the money to do it. It's just finding somewhere to put it. Can't expand if I put it there. Let's find somewhere to put a hospital. It's the expansion that's the difficulty with this one. Because you need space to expand it. So what I think I might do, put it there, and then get rid of that road. Like so. There we go. And now we can start adding in, just like we did over... No, I don't want to bulldoze it. That'd be a bad idea. We can start adding some things into here. So the first thing any good hospital needs is a big sign saying hospital. That's always good. As for these, we can start putting them in from that end. Just to make sure that we have all of them in there. Like so. And number 4 in there as well. We've got a lot of money, so we can put these in without too many issues. Wellness center there as well. Emergency center, so an A&E area. Put that in. We don't have helicopters in these, do we? So, an emergency center. We have a lot of. We have a wellness center as well. Patient rooms. We have hospital. We have the ambulance bays. So that's costing us a lot of money to do that per hour. So I might have to increase taxes a little bit. We need a large fire station that isn't going to fit in there. So I might have to get rid of this area here. And bob in a large fire station. Into here. Spending a lot of money on this city, guys. A lot of money. Let's put in a big sign. Put in a fire dispatch tower. We'll put in a... We've got one fire truck garage already. We need a fire marshal's office. And helipad. They're always good. Obviously they cost a fortune. And fire engine going that way. Lovely little flagpole as well. And some parking around the area. People moving in. So if I do that and speed it up. We are spending a lot of money. We'll increase every level of taxation. Yeah, even with that increase in taxation, we are still not making money. There we go. Making a profit on the month, but not on the hour. So let's have a look at what we now have. So we have hopefully. Oh god. What was that? Someone blew up. Where was that? There we go. Caused disaster. I don't even know what that was. If that was anything important. Hopefully it wasn't, but yeah, hopefully that wasn't anything important. That's gone as well. See, we've got good coverage now for health. There's widespread health issues, but there's also really good coverage now. So, could build a Red Cross Centre for when we have disasters, because that doesn't cost anything for us to have it. It's just finding somewhere to put it. This is the kind of issue with SimCity as a whole. The cities are very small, and I know you have like the regions, and the idea is the cities work together, but at the same time, it's sort of constraining to have cities this big. I mean, if we go to the region view, you can see they're very small, these cities. Very small. That's gonna do us for today, guys, and this series as well. Thank you very much for watching CarlRyds Plays SimCity. It's been a pleasure making this content for you. Unfortunately, because I've been playing on a single player world, there's no way of me uploading this to the multiplayer region servers. So unfortunately I can't let you guys play on it. But I hope you've enjoyed watching the videos. If you have, hit that like button. And subscribe if you're new to my channel. You can also support my future content on Patreon as well if you wish to. All the links are in the description below. And all that's left for me to say is thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!